Scotland side. 8 of them were in Italy with the World Cup squad. The odd men out being Boyd, Steve Nicol, who was injured, and Gordon Strachan, who returns to win his 44th cap, just 3 days off his 34th birthday. He's been out of the international scene since the World Cup qualifier against France in Paris 16 months ago. And Ali McCoy starts a top-flight match for the first time since the 20th of November, earning his 30th cap after 11 consecutive appearances as a substitute for Rangers. The Soviet Union under new coach Anatoly Bishevets are rebuilding after their dreadful showing in the World Cup. So 8 of that side are 24 or under, with the only survivors from Italy being Shalimov, Alenikov, Dobrovolsky and the goalkeeper Alexander Uvarov. At the age of 31, the Moscow Dynamo player has seized the chance to succeed the legendary Soviet keeper Dasaev. And look out too for Igor Dobrovolsky, an outstanding left-sided attacking player who is shortly to start a career in Italy with Genoa. Referee Peter Mikkelsen from Denmark, 32 years old, the 4th official in the World Cup final in Rome. So this fascinating White and Mackay International gets underway with the Soviet side settling quickly and looking to play some passes around this Ibrox surface. The crowd inside the stadium approaching the 20,000 mark, I would estimate. And in terms of friendly internationals on a bitterly cold evening, that's not such a bad crowd, with plenty of noise coming from the Scottish fans early on. Golikovich playing it forward. The tackle there came from Steve Nicol, and he won the throw. This is McCall. Volvic stay in the middle of the field. Into space it goes for Fleck. All across by Zveba. Good running by Malpass. Cross retrieved there by Tom Boyd. Back with McCall. This is Nicol. The angle ball in again, looking for Malpass. Well won by Shalimov. Kulkov. Shalimov again, there's Zveba. And calm defending there from the Soviets. Golikovich plays it forward. This is Kanchelskis. Alenikov, number 7, the most experienced international player in the Soviet side, with 66 caps before tonight. Boyd's interception. McCoy's layoff, putting McCall under some pressure. Here's Dobrovolsky. And Chelskis trying to reach the ball before the byline. And a headed opportunity there, passed up. There's Shalimov. Dobrovolsky. Allowing Goff to make the tackle. Well, menace there from the Soviets on the right flank. And some powerful running coming forward again. Sveba finding his way straight into the penalty area, robbed brilliantly there by Boyd. Boyd using that tremendous pace on the break for Scotland. Checking back now for support, he gets it from McCall. This is Steve Nicol. Strachan with a roving commission across the Scottish midfield. Big stay in space. He's the Scotland captain, Richard Goff. Taking his eye off that, allowing Alenikov to make the challenge. So the Soviets playing with customary patience from their own half of the field. Here's Sveba. Golikovich was a teammate of Murdo MacLeod when he was with Borussia Dortmund. So across it goes to the sweeper, Chernyshov. The Scots also quite content to funnel back and mark up tightly in midfield. Kanchelskis, Golikovich. Well, there might have been an offside flag there against Buran, but the linesman content to allow Scotland to have the throw. So here's Steve Nicol. Missed a lot of Scotland matches through injury, Nicol. More than 6 years since he made his international debut against Yugoslavia, winning his 25th cap early tonight. Foul by Alenikov on McCall. So back with Steve Nicol. Strachan coming off Alenikov. Here's Malpass, seen plenty of the ball early on. Trying to test Uberov from long range. Boris Malpass still looking for his first goal in Scotland colours. Winning his 40th cap tonight. Saw that long range shooting chance. The keeper had it covered. Chernyshov to Zveba. Well, this is normal for the Soviet side. They play with tremendous patience from their own half and then try to explode in the final third of the field, but they haven't the chance this time with Scotland in possession, although they've lost it now. The Soviets coming forward. There's Mostovoy forward, Uran. And Shalamov stumbling there, allowing Malpass to step in. So Fleck very carefully marked there. So it's Robert Fleck trying to team up again with Ali McCoist, who was his striking partner so frequently for Rangers before his move to Norwich City. Stay playing it forward. So the Soviets playing with 3 men in central defence. Kulkov and Sveba are the markers, with Chernyshov the spare man, the sweeper. This is Dobrovolsky. So the Soviet side, the first to depart from the World Cup finals in Italy, and they've now resorted to a brand new setup, using a number of players who were in the under-21 side, which won the European Championships. Uran coming forward, and again some good defending. Malpass stepping in. Scotland certainly not lacking for experience in their back four. Malpass seeing plenty of the ball. The central defensive pairing. 75th international this for Alec McLeish. This is McStay. Setting it up for Strachan to return the pass. There's Fleck. And the goalkeeper has to collect that. He would have gone for a corner. Robert Fleck still looking for his first goal in Scotland colours. Getting a call there to play that on towards McStay. It's back with McLeish. Goff playing it across to Malpass. Here's Gordon Strachan. Excellent pass, picking out Fleck. Malpass again. McCall calling for the ball in the middle of the field. That was for Strachan. Fine play this from Scotland. Strachan going all the way himself. Superb positioning by Uberov from the Soviet goal. Gordon Strachan making an early impact in the proceedings, taking that magnificent pass from Malpass, sidestepping his man, and the keeper made that look easy. Nichols headed away. Dobrovolsky going in behind him. Boyd was trying to keep the ball in play. So it's the fourth international match between these two countries, and Scotland still looking for their first victory. Lost by 2-0 at Hampden in 1967, then by 1-0 in Moscow in 71. And Scotland scored their first goals against the Soviets in 1982 in Malaga in the World Cup. 2-2 draw, goals from Joe Jordan and Graham Souness. For Boyd, back to Nicol. There's McCoist. Stuart McCall. Strachan finding space again. He's doing that brilliantly in the early stages of the match. Developing a good understanding too with Malpass. Here's McStay. McCall has the holding role in front of the back four for Scotland in midfield. Nicol has Boyd ahead and also has McCoy's trying to turn. Cut by Gulakovic, so a free kick to Scotland. McCoy is none the worse. The free kick will be dictated by Gordon Strachan. Strachan in charge of all these Scottish set pieces, using his vast experience. Boyd is gone across the middle of the field. This is for Nicol. Well, there wasn't an opening there for Steve Nicol. He'll be very disappointed with that. Looking forward to this chance to reassert himself in Scotland colours after missing so many matches through injury. Uberov will leave the goal kick to Andrei Chernyshев, the club teammate of his at Moscow Dynamo. Well won by Goff. Boyce getting up well, but no one wide on the right there for Scotland. Duran couldn't reach that. So it's a very interesting setup this from Scotland, with Fleck and McCoist the principal strikers, but Strachan given the license to roam just behind them, try to provide that quality service they will be seeking. There's Shalimov, hustled there by Malpass. Misjudged in the air there by Boyd, who didn't get on the end of that, but Boyce is caught again by Gulakovic. Well, the Borussia Dortmund defender making a mark on Ali McCoist once again. Nicol into the gap for Boyd. This is promising for Scotland. Driven ball towards Strachan. The layoff was for McStay. It was well read by Kulkoff. Retrieved again by Strachan. This is Malpass. Fleck coming off his marker. McStay at full stretch there, getting the ball before the Soviet defender. Shalimov again. Mostovoy has found space. He's in behind the Scottish defence. The challenge there came from Goff. Very timely one at that. It was a little bit alarming from the Scottish point of view, the way Mostovoy found that space on the left. Here's Strachan. Back it goes to Malpass. Tom Boyd has switched positions with Nicol for the moment. The dummy came from McCoy. Great understanding there with Fleck. And Strachan trying to take advantage of that error from Kulkov. Strachan involved again, but some fine inventive play there involving McCoist and Fleck up front. Dobrovolsky lays it back. Shalimov comes across field. Gulakovic. Malpass to Strachan. McCoist coming off Tveba. This is McStay. Strachan has Malpass available wide on the right. Scotland ensuring they always have plenty of width. Here's Paul McStay. Nicol providing that width on the left. Into the gap it goes to McCoist. Trying a turn there against Tveba. Soviet defender standing up well to that. Good turn from McCoist. Mostovoy. Tveba. The Soviets having a very good start too in the European Championships. A 2-0 victory against Norway, followed by a no-scoring draw in the Olympic Stadium in Rome against Italy. Azerio Vicini, Italian manager, is here to watch them again. Goram makes his first catch of the match. 14 minutes gone before Goram had to become involved for Scotland. They've tried to dictate the match from the start. There's Boyd. Taking too long about releasing the pass. Alenikov made the challenge. Chernyshov and Sveba. On the far side, Shalimov. Dobrovolsky playing very deep at the moment for the Soviets. First to do his good work in the opposing half, but concerned perhaps about the way the game is running at the moment, with Scotland enjoying a lot of possession. That's what the Soviets are trying to rectify right now. McCoist allows Chernyshov the turn. Scottish supporters not appreciating this play from the Soviets. Good pass in the end though, picking out Shalimov. Alenikov. Good header back that by Nicol, showing excellent awareness. Knew exactly where his teammates were. Stay back to Goff. These players earning their 51st caps tonight. Fleck to McCoist. Misunderstanding there. Malpass expected a run to the flank by McCoist, which didn't materialise. This is Alenikov. Arrived only last evening from Italy, Alenikov, after some visa difficulties. Now plays for Lecce after being released by Juventus last summer. Dolakovic getting movement ahead. The tackle from the rear was by McLeish. Well, they couldn't hope to escape punishment for that. Uran felt the brunt of it. 21-year-old Dynamo Kiev striker. Mostovoy back to Chernyshov. Dolakovic. It's well judged by Goff in the air. Alenikov holding the middle of the field for the Soviets. Alenikov once again. And the offside flag catches out Mostovoy. Mostovoy winning only his 5th cap this evening. One of the young hopes of the Soviet coach Anatoly Bishevets. Here's Nicol. Well, that's good play away from Dobrovolsky. He may go through the gap himself now. Dobrovolsky spotted the danger. Nicol trying to use Boyd behind him. Scottish throw. So Boyd now requires some movement from teammates. Fleck provides it inside. Dolakovic sends it out again for the Scottish throw. Well, no height in the Scottish attack. McCoist and Fleck not renowned for their aerial ability. So a long throw from Boyd for a header on was not really appropriate. There's Strachan trying to go through the inside left channel. Danger spotted by Alenikov. So the two number 7s, Gordon Strachan and Sergei Alenikov, have had major impact in the proceedings so far. Commanding play again by Goff. Here's McCoist. McStay has McCall going through the middle. Boyd on the left. McStay now has Nicol available also. Looking to pick up Strachan. Malpass trying to go on the overlap. Good play again from Strachan. Here's McCall. Target there was Malpass, but a break is on for the Soviets now. Sending a lot of players forward supporting this attack. Shalimov, he stopped in his tracks. Then took a late tackle from Stuart McCall. So Shalimov recovers quickly. Spartak Moscow player. Mostovoy trying to hold off Goff. Here's McCall. Nichols going charging forward on the left. A good run though made by Fleck to the right. Excellent timing there in that tackle from Golakovic, who'd gone across to cover. There is a very interesting pattern developing on the Scottish left, where Boyd and Nicholl are interchanging positions regularly. Both very comfortable at both left back and left midfield. Challenged by McCoist. Well, that move wasn't read by Nicholl. This is Alenikov, now 29 years old. Kulkov, Golakovic, Mostovoy. Good possession play again from the Soviets. They're doing well with that tackle in the field on Dobrovolsky. Alenikov again. Chelskis going forward, allowing the target for Uran. Steve Nicholl doing well, keeping his head and looking to play football from that defensive position. This is Paul McStay. Layoff from Fleck. There's McCoist trying to find Boyd. The pass was overhit though by McCoist. Well, Tom Boyd, centre of a great deal of interest this evening at Ibrox. A number of English managers in the stand realising that Boyd's contract expires at the end of the season at Motherwell. Goss pass picked up by Strachan. Again, McCoist took up good position. Nicholl reacts to the instruction from Strachan to use Boyd. The layoff to Strachan. Fine play again from Scotland, and Strachan is pulling all the strings in the middle of the field. It was Strachan who carried that ball to Boyd. The layoff there came from Fleck, the first time shot from Strachan. Well, what a fine return he's made to international duty. Goff and McLeish winning everything in the air at the back for Scotland. Here's Strachan again, hungry for possession. Wild pass for the return pass. Kulkov is going to cross. Here's Paul McStay. Well, the back killer was aimed for Malpass. Shalimov did well for the Soviets. Very dangerous now on the break. This is Mostovoy. A lot of Soviet players in support. One of them is Kanchelskis. Scotland now have players back in defensive positions. They've been allowed to regroup. The impetus has gone from the Soviet attack. They'll have to create something again. Uran trying to get away from McLeish. No problems there for the Scottish defence. They are a superb counter-attacking side, the Soviets, and Sergei Uran will be a key man from these explosive breaks from midfield. Well pass, looking for McCoist. Golakovic, beaten there by McCoist. Off on one for Uvarov, but a very experienced and confident goalkeeper. McCoist is very busy indeed up front for Scotland, beside Robert Fleck. Well, a poor kick out there by Uvarov. Ball's header, knocked back by Boyd for Nicholl. McCall. Boyd hugging the left touchline, using Nicholl as a decoy, reacting to the call there from McStay. That's for Malpass. Taking on Shalimov on the run. An awkward one for the keeper. Well, not happy to try to catch that Uberov. Certainly was effective. There's Kanchelskis. Misunderstanding there involving Mostovoy and Dobrovolsky, and that allows Scotland to build again from the back. Nichols' early pass giving Boyd time to control the ball, and that time he was more under pressure. No one in the gap ahead. Here's Alenikov. Shalimov to Kulkov. Dobrovolsky stealing into an offside position. Dobrovolsky trying to play much further forward now for the Soviet side. Malpass playing it through the middle. McCall had made a very good run. There's Boyd. Well, left that for McStay, but McStay didn't realise that. Golakovic has crossed again back to the right flank in defence for the Soviet Union. Here's Dobrovolsky. Duran trying to take on McLeish. There's Gordon Strachan. Joyce looking for support. McStay breaking forward, but Shalimov's challenge was enough to force the error from McStay. Sveva plays it across. Intended, I think, for Golakovic, who has it now, courtesy of Kanchelskis. That's good play from Goff. Goff has gone forward to support this attack. Boyd's in possession. There's Richard Goff. Finding Boyd again. And the attack breaks down with Richard Goff cut upfield. He's back already, though. Stuart McCall, you'll notice there, making certain that he filled the gap vacated by Goff when he went on that forward run. Zelenikov demanding the ball from his defensive players. Pass his header. Goff to Gorham. Andy Gorham has a precious little to do in the match so far. Uberov, the busier goalkeeper, although chances few and far between in the match so far. Some very organised defending at both ends. Malpass to Fleck. No way through that gap for Robert Fleck. Dobrovolsky. Mostovoy. Over on the far side. Shalimov. Kulkov rather, trying to find a way forward to use Shalimov on the left touchline. Dobrovolsky. Now trying to test Andy Gordon from long range. Dobrovolsky, if he has a criticism, is that he's a little bit greedy sometimes at run of goal, winning his 23rd cap this evening. There's McCall, and Nicholl reacts to the call from McStay. Steve Nicholl. Movement offered by Fleck. McStay looking for the gap ahead. This is a good play by Paul McStay. Final pass once again, though, the problem. Scotland have looked composed and impressive, but the final pass has not yet been telling enough. Sveba has been penalised for a high tackle on Maurice Malpass. He went in late. Sveba is back as the free kick is taken quickly by Strachan. Here's McCoist. Back towards Strachan. Eased away from that by Kulkov. This time the free kick is to the Soviet Union for the tackle by Paul McStay. So the free kick taken quickly as Mostovoy recovers. That's Weber. Hurried into that pass, but it's a good one. Shalimov trying to take on Malpass. Here's Dobrovolsky, faced now by Goff. Dobrovolsky prefers to operate with his left foot. That was fortunate, I think, was caught. There's Mostovoy going down in dramatic fashion, and referee Mikkelsen not interested in that attempt by Mostovoy to win a penalty kick. Well, this will be very interesting indeed. There was Mostovoy, and a very dramatic fall, clearly designed to deceive the referee. Pass from Strachan, held up by Fleck. We've had half an hour of the match, and Scotland having slightly the better of exchanges at this point in the match, but Soviets still looking immensely dangerous when they break from their own half quickly. Nicol to McLeish, wearing that unfamiliar number 6 for Scotland. McCall leaves that to Boyd. McLeish's return pass, good play from Boyd. Gap opened up by the run made by McCoist. Well, Tom Boyd looks disappointed with that final shot. He really has a lot of power in that right foot. It was all set up there by the run off the ball made by Ali McCoist. Goff's header gets a second chance to find McCall. There's Boyd. Nicol coming up quickly on the left. Ball played in low and early. Good play by McStay. Here's McCoist. Brilliantly saved by Umarov. Well, applause there from the Scottish supporters, and it was thoroughly merited. Tremendous play initially by Paul McStay. Look at the way he comes to win possession here, intercept that pass. Then he picked out McCoist with the pass. The first time shot, parried there by Umarov. Corner kick taken by Strachan. An attempt to find McLeish at the near post. Pass from McCall, very accurate indeed to find Strachan. Here's Fleck. Strachan again. Now McCoist with a dummy. No one coming in behind him. But once again, Gordon Strachan was at the heart of all these little passes around the penalty area. Dobrovolsky. Kulkov has moved from his defensive marking job forward. Here Dobrovolsky again. There's no offside. Malpass was hopeful. Here's a chance now of the Soviets with Shalimov. Well, without question, the best chance of the match so far. Scotland almost punished there for looking for an offside flag, and the menace of the Soviets clear there. It was Shalimov's pass, which he then supported. Uran returned it. There was Shalimov with an open opportunity. Gorham going down to his left. Well, there's no question that this is an opportunity which Shalimov will feel he should have taken. Gorham certainly spread himself well. Here's Steve Nicol. McCall trying a quick 1-2 there with Fleck, but the defensive play was excellent from the Soviets. There is McLeish and now Paul McStay. Nicol offering an option inside. Malpass wants the ball played via Richard Goff across to the right. Strachan offers himself again, a great little dummy, the interchange there with Fleck. And the early cross again. You'll note all the crosses from the Scots coming in early from the flanks, and all are played in low. There no attempt to play high balls towards McCoist or flank with such tall defenders. Well, there's the experience of Alenikov as he just made space for himself there. A little nudge to earn a yard, but Nicol turns it back for Gorham. Goff towards Fleck, great layoff once again. Here's Strachan. This is for McCoist. Very well marked there by Gorikovic, but a fine move from the middle of the field for the Scots again. It took top quality defending to break that down. There's Malpass. Caught Strachan in his heels that time. Here's Uran. Dobrovolsky coming up through the middle. Here's Dobrovolsky. Shalamov appears on the left. Soviets with 4 men in the box now. Dobrovolsky's one of them. Here's Kanchelskis. What an excellent block that was from Steve Nicol. Kanchelskis looking for a shooting chance there. He's scored only once so far in his career for the Soviets. But look at the way Nicol closes him down. So the corner kick for the Soviets. And all the Soviet players hovering around the 18-yard line, none on the goal line or on the near post. That really is unusual in British terms. It's Dobrovolsky who will take the corner. Punched away by Goran. That was good goalkeeping. There's Gorikovic. Back with the sweeper, Chernyshov. This is Tveba. Dobrovolsky. The Soviets interchanged positions brilliantly, but Fleck did well. He was then fouled by the Soviet skipper. Fleck doing well defensively there for Scotland. Goff to Nicol. Boyd using Alex McLeish. Well, Scotland certainly playing in a patient, modern fashion at international level. That was well read by Kulkov. He knew exactly what Strachan intended. This is Shalamov. McLeish comes to win it for Scotland. Here's Paul McStay. Now McCall. Strachan again has found space. Reacts to the call there from Malpass. Good positioning there by Goff to make that much easier for Malpass. Well judged by McCoy. He's away from Tveba. Kulkov with a cross. Up goes Tom Boyd. Excellent goalkeeping by Uberov. He made that look very easy indeed, and it certainly wasn't. But a well-constructed move once again from Scotland. All they have to defend now as Shalamov breaks on the left. Making for the byline. And superb handling by Andy Gorham. He hasn't had a great deal to do, Gorham. Everything he's done has been done with complete conviction. Back it goes from Malpass. Well, there's a lot of quality football on display this evening from both sides. Scotland has certainly contributed in a very encouraging way. Pass intercepted well by Gorikovic, but it's Fleck who picks out Boyd. Stuart McCall, headed away by Alenikov. Here's Mostovoy, only Uran up front at the moment. Here's Alenikov supporting. Dobrovolsky coming up, so is Kanchelskis on the right. Fine play by Goff. Space now for McCall to exploit for Scotland. Fleck on the right, McCoy through the middle, Boyd on the left. Strachan coming in a deep position on the right. Strachan's cross, looking for Tom Boyd. The angle wasn't quite right, but Boyd certainly has been invited by Scotland coach Andy Roxburgh to get into the penalty box wherever he can for crosses from the right. Lenikov again, demanding the ball in the middle of the field for the Soviets. Kulkov back to Zveba. Jolikovic. Dobrovolsky being hustled now by McStay. Mostovoy in turn being challenged by Nicol. This is Kanchelskis with McLeish. Boyd also back helping in defence. A fine cross that. Uran still has possession for the Soviets. Kanchelskis now with support inside from Dobrovolsky. And Dobrovolsky trying to find a way through that packed defence. Here's Kanchelskis. And it's turned away by McLeish. Dobrovolsky complaining there to referee Mikkelsen. He thinks he was impeded as he tried to go through the Scottish defence. The referee disagreed. So once again the Soviets line up on the 18-yard line for this corner kick. The skipper Dobrovolsky will take it, and immediately movement starts from the Soviets towards the goal line. Fleck back defending, every Scotsman back in defence. For the forward player was Strachan there. Good play from Fleck. Here's Boyd and Malpass. Scottish supporters not entirely happy. The ball was played backwards there by Malpass. Nicol. Goff. McCall has made a run through the inside left channel. He's a target there for McStay, but he did a bit of pushing there to gain an advantage on Alenikov. But McCall very dangerous, making those runs from deep positions. Lenikov, so experienced and so composed in the middle of the field for the Soviets. Uberov waves his defenders forward. He wants to play the long ball upfield. It's a much better kick out from the Soviet keeper. The only weakness he really has shown so far is his kicking ability. Very high kick there by Zveba. Certainly with little Gordon Strachan around, it looked very high indeed. So the free kick has been given by referee Mikkelsen. Zveba on his marking duties again on McCoist. Strachan's free kick. Stumbled at the edge of the area there by Goff. There's Tom Boyd. Working hard to keep the shot down. It was very easy to balloon one of those over the bar, but the free kick was interesting. A stumble there by Goff. No foul, of course, and there was Tom Boyd miscuing the shot. Header by McLeish. The sweeper is there, Chernyshov. Just 23 years old, Moscow Dynamo defender. Kulkov plays it forward, Sveva now to Alenikov. This is Gorlikovic. Chernyshov across to Kulkov. A lot of those Soviet players have been together for a long time through the under-21 side. They were together in the Olympics in Seoul, which they won. And with some help from men like Alenikov, who's 29, and Golikovich, who's the same age, being formed into a formidable lineup by Anatoly Bishevets, the new Russian coach. Back with Kulkov. Dobrovolsky's layoff. Here's Olenikov. Sveba to Golikovich. Golikovich forward. And Duran trying to find space at the edge of the box. He's menacing the young striker. Here's Dobrovolsky running straight into Goff. Still has possession though. And Goff recovers. Well, the Scots had to be at their best to cope with that attack from the Soviets. Duran doing well initially, then it was Dobrovolsky who was tackled first of all by Goff, who made that good recovery to concede the corner. Mostovoy with the corner. Moving ball at the edge of the box, a good ball in by Kanchelskis. It was picked up by Malpass. So we're at the end of a very interesting and entertaining first half. Some excellent midfield play, difficulty in creating chances, the best provided by the pass from Paul McStay, which allowed Ali McCoy to bring out an excellent save from Umarov. But on the other hand, Shalamov missed one excellent opportunity for the Soviets. Then half-time at Ibrox, it's Scotland 0. The Soviet model McLeod has been introduced to the fray, and he replaces Tom Boyd. So he'll play wide on the left side of midfield, and at the same time Dave McPherson has been brought on to replace Alec McLeish. So 5 substitutes can be called upon this evening. So the Scots bringing a couple of changes at half-time, and I wonder if that does reflect some suggestion of injury for either McLeish or Boyd. It'll be a disappointment, I reckon, for men like Howard Kendall of Everton and Peter Wood of Aston Villa, who are in the stand, and I reckon Tom Boyd must have been a prime target for them. Good punch away there by Umarov. Strachan still in the field though, that could be important for Scotland. Looking humbly and full of life in the middle of the field. Getting applause on almost every touch on the ball. Fine play again from Strachan. There's Nicol, too long for McCall. Then and again for Strachan, he's shielding the ball from Mostovoy and from Dobrovolsky. And a corner kick, well earned there by Gordon Strachan. Well, after his move from Manchester United to Leeds United, there were thoughts that his career was on the wane, but he's had a new lease of life. There's McStay. Dobrovolsky back defending. This is Mostovoy. Shalamov. Strachan has it again. Space on the left for Mother McLeod. Fleck trying to get on the end of the pass. Golf's header. Here's Dave McPherson. I suppose there wasn't a great deal more that Andy Roxburgh could learn about Alec McLeish, who's gone off at half-time. McCoy's battling hard for possession. And testing Tveva to the full. Soviet number 4 will certainly recall his marking chore on Ali McCoy's tonight. Here's Goff. Pass to Strachan, now Goff, stretching to ease the ball back to McStay. This is Steve Nicol. Nicol going forward himself. Well, he scored a number of very important goals for Liverpool in his career, Steve Nicol. Well, he's still to find the net for Scotland in his 25th international. Umarov has managed to take a short goal kick. Chernyshov. Golikovich. Alenikov was quick enough there with the pass to Zveba. Golikovic plays it forward. Chelskis. Supported well by Zveba. And Golikovic about to be tackled there by his former Borussia Dortmund colleague. Martin McLeod is now with Hibs, of course. There's Zveba, Alenikov, Kulkov. Well, Kulkov had the unenviable task of marking Roberto Baggio man for man in the European Championship match in Rome against Italy. But he showed his defensive ability by playing an important part in keeping the score sheet blank and earning the Soviets a very important point. Here's Nicol. Pass is free on the right. Pass only just eluded Uran. Well, I don't think Strachan tried to dummy that. Well, pass caught late by Uran. Well, you can tell from that the Dundee United skipper didn't welcome that tackle from Uran. There's Strachan. He's a little bit clumsy with the return pass, but it comes to no harm. This is Malpass again. Strachan made the run, so too did Fleck. Well, the Soviet defence is so well organised, it's extremely difficult for the Scots to get forward. The statistics of the first half indicating that Scotland had 3 shots on target in the first half and 5 off target. The Soviets had 1 on target and 4 off target. The most notable one, which was missed though by the Soviets, was missed by Shalamov. The best opportunity perhaps of the entire match. Malpass, long left back for Scotland, doing well on the right. Kulkov forward. This is Mostovoy. Alenikov is always available. Kulkov, Alenikov, Kulkov. That's fine play from the Soviets. Here's Shalamov. Inside of Dobrovolsky, and fortunately for Scotland, that ball went through to Goff. Here's Gordon Strachan again. Now McStay. Supported well again by Conor McLeod. This is Steve Nicol. Good play from Scotland. Nicol playing the ball in low. Sveba was first there. McPherson's powerful header, too far ahead of McCoist. So Dave McPherson coming on to win his 10th international cap tonight. Martin McLeod as a substitute, winning his 20th. Down goes Mostovoy, caught by McLeod. Been a very late arrival on the international scene, Martin McLeod, but has been a valuable servant to his country. Dobrovolsky. Golikovic, there's Kanchelskis on his outside. Uran. Trying to find Kanchelskis again through the middle, but it's back with Goram. This is Malpass. And Goff. Once again, he made his international debut against Switzerland in March 1983, Richard Goff. First of his 51 caps. Here's Paul McStay. Came into the Scottish team in the same year. 1983 it was for McStay. Here's Goff. Mostovoy trying to control that. Alenikov is up well for the Soviets. There's McCall. Now McStay. Caught there by Alenikov. Strachan has picked up the free kick very quickly again. This is Malpass. McStay using Nicol. McCall. Nickel again. Faced by Dobrovolsky. And the Soviet skipper made the tackle. Dobrovolsky has scored 5 times in his 23 internationals. He has spent a great deal of his time this evening in his own half of the field. There goes Nickel. Held there, he tried to break forward. It's a free kick to Scotland. Cross goes Strachan to dictate proceedings from the set piece once again. Richard Goff has gone forward for Scotland. Played in low again, Alenikov was in the way. Here's Nickel. Now McStay. McPherson. McStay looking there for McLeod. He has it back though. The turn pass came from McCoist. Lofted away by Dobrovolsky. There goes Malpass. The Scots looking very eager indeed. Janishov, the sweeper, goes across to make the clearance. Shalamov doing well to keep the ball in play, but only for Malpass. Here's McPherson. Goff made a good angle. McCoy's header. Fleck busting clear. There's Fleck. And very alert goalkeeping there by Uberov. Robert Fleck has that explosive pace inside the penalty box, which almost worked to Scotland's advantage. So we're 10 minutes into the second half, still looking for the first goal of the match. There's a free kick against McStay with a body check on Dobrovolsky. Just glimpses of Dobrovolsky's talent so far this evening. Shalamov back towards Dobrovolsky. Here's Stuart McCall. The gap opened up. Very keen to go through it. There's Malpass overlapping quickly on the right, and he had quite enough pace for the pass from McCall. There's Malpass again. Alenikov steps in for the Soviets. Here's Uran, testing the pace of McPherson. And McPherson very powerful, making that challenge. The referee saw nothing wrong with that. Uran certainly did. But that was very positive defending by McPherson, imposing himself on the Soviet striker. So Nickel using McLeod. This is Richard Goff. Finding space again on the right. Malpass has perhaps come forward more in this match than he had in many internationals for Scotland when he put in the left. Goals header, there's Fleck. Beaten by Alenikov. Kulkov. Dobrovolsky. Shalamov breaking on the left. Goff goes across. Dobrovolsky making for the byline beyond Malpass. Good play from the Soviets. And a break there for Andy Gorham. That was superb play from the Soviet Union and could so easily have brought the opening goal. Scotland on the break now with Fleck and McCoist. Good interchange of passes. Here's McCoist. Well, Strachan had started to go forward, then checked back, supporting McCoist. Well, that was fine play though, by the Soviets, and Shalamov is trying to do something again coming forward. He was the main threat in the last attack. Dobrovolsky closing out there to Strachan. Oh, that's a great pass. McCoist met instantly by Alenikov. Well, it was Shalimov who did all the damage initially in that move, but he set up Dobrovolsky for that shot across the face of the goal, which could have been costly. There's Paul McStay. McStay surging forward, looking to add to the 6th goal he scored for Scotland. On his left foot, letting fly there, and that certainly wasn't far away. McPherson's header. Here's Duran. Well, Scotland have done well in making certain there's always support for a player making a challenge. That time McStay supporting Goff. This is Shalimov. Well, no question about that being a free kick. Clumsy challenge by Malpass. So Shalimov taking some time to recover. The Soviets were going to make a substitution a moment ago, but they decided not to, and they now may think about taking Shalimov off. Coming to check with the men on the bench whether they should continue. Better take a knock on the left thigh. She may be able to run off. Kulkov. Chernyshov. Rolakovic. Duran. Tackled well by McPherson. Dave McPherson coming into this match having been on the end of a 5-goal drubbing from Aberdeen with his club Hearts at the weekend. Get a chance for Leinikov. Hurried with a pass there towards Dobrovolsky. McCoist. McStay playing that into space brilliantly for Fleck. With a great ball that from Paul McStay. And Strachan forced the turn back. He did very well indeed to help that. Back to Goff. He then gave Robert Fleck a piece of his mind, Gordon Strachan. There's Malpass. Away by Chernyshov. Nicol. Not of a cloud. Kulkov's header. Leinikov striding out of midfield again. Dobrovolsky has Duran ahead on the left, and on the right is Mostovoy. Supported well by Kanchelskis. Malpass going to meet the cross. Fleck was very quick there. Zveba had a big start on him going for that ball, but Fleck put him under pressure. Leinikov again, showing just enough of that to McCoist. Fine play from McCoist. McStay using Gordon Strachan now. This is McCall. No one wide to the left for the moment. McStay going in that direction. They may use Nicol at the back, but no, Strachan has gone into the space. Nicol has it now. McLeod to Goff. Steve Nicol looking for a chance to send over the cross. Off goes Fleck. Almost made it. Uvarov's judgment was perfect for the Soviets. Dobrovolsky now checking back. And here's this man, Aleynikov, once again. Led across by Rolakovic to Kanchelskis. Aleynikov looking for the shooting chance. Sergei Aleynikov in 67 internationals has scored 5 times for the Soviets, but never threatened on that occasion. So the Soviets are going to make a substitution before this goal kick is taken. The man coming on is Kalivanov of Moscow Dynamo to replace Duran. So that is striker for striker. The 22-year-old going on to win his 10th cap. So across it goes goes from Goff to McPherson. Nicol to McPherson. Well, the Scottish fans inside Ibrox this evening would undoubtedly welcome a goal after seeing so much promising play from the Scots. Played with some composure and patience. Good understanding also. It's Paul McStay. Goes behind the fleck. And the crowd, a major source of interest this evening. Looks to be perhaps a shade over 20,000, and lest that should be considered a bad crowd, it's worth remembering that a friendly between Holland and Brazil a year ago attracted 6,000, and unified Germany playing Switzerland recently in Stuttgart attracted only 15,000. So in a freezing February evening in Glasgow, the crowd not at all bad. There's McPherson finding McCall, that stays ahead of him. Strachan drops off to make an angle to receive the pass. Fleck was well tackled there by Shalimov. Kanchelskis always willing to go bustling forward from the right flank, on the right side of midfield. Olenikov picks out Golakovic. Kanchelskis was outside him. That's good running by Kanchelskis. There the cross, though, an easy one for Malpass to mop up. Well, Scotland have never resorted to hopeful balls upfield in the match at any stage. Always tried to make passes. Here's Paul McStay retrieving that. One from McCall. Here's Maurice Malpass. Now Strachan playing it forward. McCoy stays offside. Strachan is not at all happy about that, giving a linesman a piece of his mind below us. McCoy made the run wide into position to receive the pass. Back with Golakovic. Ubarov has a chance to try to develop something from his own half, but Fleck forced Weber to hurry. So the crowd making some noise once again in support of the Scots. Goff wins the header. There's Malpass. He'll use Andy Gorham. Well, it's been a good Scottish support in conditions well below freezing point. Strachan making a run. He really has done well for Scotland tonight, making himself a prime candidate for the crucial match next month against Bulgaria here at Hampden. Shalimov forward, Dobrovolsky to Mostovoy. On the far side, Kanchelskis. Getting the ball just before it reaches the byline, and Gorham again, so assured at the back for Scotland. There's Stuart McCall, forward is Strachan. Pass goes behind Fleck. Weber now going forward in support of his own pass from defence, but it all breaks down, and Scotland coping well at the back. This is Maurice Malpass. Richard Goff calling for the ball behind him. Leaves it to McStay. Doing well to make space for himself. Fleck made a good run into space. Supported by Malpass. Fleck towards Strachan. The tackle came from Olenikov. Forward, Sveva is underneath that. Nicol chasing there towards Golakovic, and the free kick's been given for that foul by Nicol and Golakovic. He certainly has played with lots of energy at left back for Scotland tonight.
So we're going to have a couple of substitutions now. Scotland withdrawing the hard-working Stuart McCall from midfield, replacing him with the craft of Gary McAllister, who comes on to win his 7th cap. And for Soviets, they've sent on Dmitry Kuznetsov from CSKA Moscow to replace Mostovoy.
Scotland substitute, Stuart McCall, number 4 off, and Gary McAllister, number 32. Gary McAllister on for Stuart McCall. The Russian substitute.
So the Soviets coming forward again. We've had confirmation of the attendance this evening, and it is just over 20,000, we imagine, 20,763, and they certainly have seen some very entertaining football on a bitterly cold evening, and they've given Scotland some excellent support. McAllister getting the ball straight away. So one beside his Leeds United teammate Gordon Strachan. And McAllister fulsome in his praise of Strachan during his time with him at Elland Road. Nicol playing into space. Good running there by Fleck. Nicol supporting again. Long high cross. McCoist underneath that. Well, he found some space, but couldn't direct the header into any painful place as far as the Soviets were concerned. Finish off with the goal kick. That's good play by Goff. Persson dragging the ball across to the left for Nicol again. We have 20 minutes remaining in the match, still no scoring. Here's Gary McAllister. Malpass racing forward on his outside. Kuznetsov made the challenge. Throw to Scotland. Gary McAllister certainly adds some shooting power to the Scottish attacking moves. Malpass to Goff. McPherson, every Soviet player back defending. Here's McAllister. That's good play by McAllister. And a shot with a good one too. Certainly appeared to be on target. There's Malpass with the angled cross, looking there for McCoist. Alenikov getting the ball first to make the clearance, but the Scots building up some pressure now. Nicol earns the corner kick on the far side. Cross goes Strachan. Well, Nicol certainly has done his cause no harm at all with his performance this evening. So packed 6-yard box this time. Scots pushing McPherson forward. And Umarov looks so confident with those cross balls. The turn made well by Olival. Tremendous defending there by Murdo McLeod. McStay doing well. Making space for himself well with that run. Now it's back with Goff. McAllister receives the pass. Strachan goes forward. McAllister uses him as a decoy. This is McCoist. And the turn well read by Kulkov. Well, Scotland once again dominating the proceedings, but finding it very difficult to create clear-cut chances. Disappointing cross that from Goff, but it's back with Murdo McLeod. To Steve Nicol. McPherson likes to stride forward like this. He's going forward supporting the attack with Malpass now in possession. Chip pass was intended for McCoist. Malpass turns away in some disgust about that pass. Most capped ever Dundee United player, Maurice Malpass, with 40 internationals behind him.
Dobrovolsky's been very quiet in the second half. Just one good move on the left, but apart from that, he's been largely anonymous. That may well be the principal difference in the Soviet performance in the second half. Well, he can't be complaining about the fact that it's cold, because when the Soviet players left Moscow, it was apparently 30 below, so certainly below freezing here this evening, but not quite as bad as that, I reckon. There's Strachan. Now Nicol. McLeod makes himself available ahead. Getting help there from Gary McAllister. He's gone for a Soviet throw. Back it goes. Now McStay. Nicol going forward. McAllister drops back behind him. Oh, good running by Nicol. The cross finds Fleck, and that was designed for McCoist. No doubt that was what was in Fleck's mind as he got a little touch on that. But it was great play on the left by Nicol, who really does appear to be warming to the task this evening. Sveva plays it across. Golikovic, Sveva. Kuznetsov has made himself available on the left. Shalimov to Kuznetsov. Chernyshov playing that into space for Kalivanov, and the interception was made by Nicol, but the supporting player is Kanchelskis. Here's Kalivanov. And the angle cross designed for Shalimov, but he was very carefully marked by Malpass. So now another substitution going to be made by Scotland. Remember, all 5 substitutes can come on this evening. And the player going off is Robert Fleck, who's worked extremely hard. The replacement, the Chelsea striker, Gordon Jury, who goes on to win his 10th international cap. So a new striking partnership, McCoist and Jury. There's Malpass. McCoist coming across, trying to get away from Kulkov. An awkward cross. Well, Umarov looked very casual about that, but he appeared to have things well under control. But Ali McCoist did extremely well to find a way to squeeze this cross over. Just over the bar. Well, the Soviets giving every impression now that they would be content to go home with a draw. Part of the development process of the side for Anatoly Bishevets, the coach. Certainly been worthy opponents this evening, but Scotland may be feeling at this stage that they would be worth the lead. And it certainly would send the crowd home happy if Scotland could snatch a goal before the end. Certainly becoming rather misty here at Ibrox. Helped on there by Jury. McLeod linking with McCoist. There's Nicol, switching play to the right. Malpass. McAllister. Strachan helping out. Now Paul McStay. McLeod offering the width on the left this time. Nicol goes ahead of him. Back with McPherson. McPherson again. McCoist comes short for the pass. He was caught there, McPherson, by Kalivanov. So a free kick to Scotland.
Kalivanov, the striker, was the culprit there, with McPherson feeling the brunt of the challenge. So Strachan calling the shots from the set piece once again. There goes McPherson, Boyce going in, Jury's header, back down towards Strachan. Well, you can see how carefully he was trying to control the shot. Gordon Strachan has scored 4 international goals in his career. Shaw will take the goal kick. McStay getting up well. McLeod to McAllister, then McStay. A measured pass for Malpass. McStay again being pressurised by Kalivanov. And again the free kick's been given against the young Soviet striker. Well, he hasn't had much to do in an attacking sense, Kalivanov, since he came on. Bit of frustration creeping in there. Goff has gone forward to support this attack. He's in the penalty box, so too is McPherson. The high ball is worthwhile this time. Up goes Goff, nodding it down. There's McPherson! Well, the intrusion there of Goff and McPherson almost paid off for Scotland. As the ball was played in here by Steve Nicol, Goff gets up so well, nodding this down towards McCoist. It broke there for McPherson, who couldn't control the shot. Good climb there by Richard Goff. Stabbed effort there by McPherson. Kulkov, not happy about the attentions of Jury. Flag up for offside in the far side against one of the Soviet strikers, but play continues with Strachan in possession, shrugging off Olenikov. There's McStay. Now Jury. Taken out of the play there, was he, by Kulkov? No, the referee says there was no infringement. He's given the goal kick. Well, Jury has certainly ruffled Kulkov in his short time on the field. Taking a lot of time about this kick out. Scotland now sending Goff and McPherson forward at every opportunity to support attacks and offer some aerial power. We're going to have to be careful though about any fast breaks from the Soviets. They're very adept at that. Malpass with the header. Olenikov is there. Kalivanov. Golikovich. Kuznetsov. Kalivanov. Hustled all the way by McPherson. That was good defending. Here's Strachan. Using Jury the decoy to go inside. McPherson following forward. Caught there by Golikovich. The referee allows the advantage with Nicol in possession for Scotland. Here's McCoist. Inside for McLeod. Appeared to be impeded there. The referee said nothing wrong with that though. That was a disappointment for the Scots. Kanchelskis, he's very quick indeed, going through the inside right channel now, looking for a return pass. Dobrovolsky in possession. Pass goes behind Kalivanov. Scotland still trying to pick the pace up in an attempt to win the match. It may only be a friendly, but the Scottish temperament is such that they're always looking for a victory. Goff to McCoist. Goff once again. Here's Strachan. A little back heel didn't come off. Goff is well out of position now. Scott's a little bit stretched at the back. That's why Strachan has got back so quickly. And there's Goff arriving. Intercept the pass intended for Shalimov. Now Gary McAllister. Challenging fiercely, but losing that particular challenge with Golikovich. There's Shalimov, Kulkov, now Kuznetsov. Golukovic has Kanchelski on his outside. Olenikov always putting himself in a position to receive a pass in the middle of the field. He hasn't been too adventurous so far in the match. Well, that's good play by the Soviets. Dobrovolsky is in the clear on the right. Nikol getting back towards Olenikov. Fine play by McStay. Pass with the pass back. Important work done there by Paul McStay though for Scotland. Strachan has lasted the pace very well indeed. Well, pass forward and McAllister's found space in the right touchline. Here's McCoist. Good running by Ali McCoist on his left foot now. Well, he'd have been hoping for a more powerful effort on goal. Saw the chance here coming inside on his left foot. Kept it down all right, but made it easy but over off. Looking to add to his 8 international goals. Chernyshov, pressurised by Jury. Chernyshov and Tveba. Chernyshov, Kanchelski, Dobrovolsky. Possession, the name of the game now for the Soviets, with 5 minutes of the match remaining. Tveba making no real attempt to think about going forward. He's quite content to make sure that the Scots are denied possession. Golukovic, Dobrovolsky. So the Soviet attack breaks down. Scotland happy to have possession again. McStay demands the ball from McPherson. Another Scottish player who's had a good match, Paul McStay. He's improved as the game has gone on. Here's Malpass. Lots of movement up front for Richard Gough. Some of it came from McAllister, but the pass missed him out. Kuznetsov forward to Kolivanov. Here's Dobrovolsky. That's for Shalimov. That's not accurate enough. Well, Scotland still looking for their first victory against the Soviet Union in their 4th match against them. Shalimov goes back to defend as the Scots come forward. With McCoist taken out of that by Golukovic. That was good defending by the very experienced defender. Kolivanov trying to drag the ball away from Dave McPherson. He has earned a corner kick though for the Soviet Union. 22 years old, plays for Moscow Dynamo. Kolivanov scored twice in his previous 9 internationals. Dobrovolsky with the corner. Well, Andy Gorham will be happy to receive these all night. He exudes confidence, Gorham. So 3 minutes remaining. Can Scotland finish with a flourish? Certainly there are a lot of heartening aspects to the play this evening. Notably the performance of Strachan, of course, not only from the point of view of the play he's offered, but for the influence he's created. Here's McStay going forward. Takes the return from McAllister, and the pass misses out McCoist. Misunderstanding there. McStay thought McCoist was breaking to the right. Well, McCoist has certainly enjoyed this chance to play a full 90 minutes. He's been busy, he's been effective up front without getting the kind of scoring opportunities that he thrives on. So the ball is retrieved by Malpass. Perfectly clear the Scots are not happy with the draw. They're looking for the goal, which would make a big difference, but they might have to defend now as Kalivanov breaks.
Kalivanov with support on the outside. Nicol almost cut that off. There's Murdo McLeod. Kanchelskis has possession. And there's the chance for Kuznetsov. And the Soviets have scored. They've been on the receiving end throughout the second half. But that was a fine flowing move, capped by the shot from Kuznetsov. Wow, what a stunning blow for Scotland. The question in the last few minutes has been, could Scotland score? But it's the Soviets who answer the question with that deadly finish from Kuznetsov. Well, it was well created on the right. Kuznetsov taking that first time and leading into Goran without a chance. Certainly does put a rather unfortunate complexion on the proceedings this evening, the Scots. It's a bonus for the Soviet Union, no question about that. Here's Gordon Strachan. And now McAllister. McLeod checking back. Nicol has advanced again on the left. Kanchelskis blocking his path. Good play once more from Nicol. And the cross not the standard of the football which got him into the position. Here's Dobrovolsky. Well rubbed by McAllister. Here's Gordon Strachan. Nowhere to go going forward. Caught out there by Kuznetsov. Here's Dave McPherson striding forward for Scotland purposefully. Has to check back to find some support. He gets it from Nicol. Nicol looks up, lots of Scottish players in the box, but the pass misses out McStay. He with the target, all right. So the 90 minutes have come and gone. Not enough time, I reckon, now for the Scots to save this match. The scoreline undoubtedly a major disappointment, but there have been a lot of pluses about the Scottish performance. A lot of good football played. Scotland have dominated the second half, but they've been caught by that sucker punch right at the end. And there's no time to perform the rescue act. Kuznetsov with a huge smile on his face. The youngster has won the match for the Soviet Union, but it's a victory which they scarcely deserved on the balance of play. Scotland, though, for all their possession, found it extremely difficult to find a way to break down the Soviet defence, in which Kuvarov was an inspirational figure in goal. So disappointment about the scoreline, but lots of haunting aspects of the Scottish play. The final score, though, Scotland 0, the Soviet Union 1.